Hi everyone, welcome to today's live. If you're new here, hi, my name is Dr. Pratiksha. I'm a clarity coach, and today we are going live with a guest. Her name is Kriti Jain. She is a neuronumerologist, which means she uses numerology and birth chart to understand the subconscious patterns that we have, and through the skills of her neuroscience techniques, she helps us to reset those subconscious patterns. So let's welcome Kriti Jain and understand how she does her work and how she helps people to understand themselves and rewire those patterns. Hi Kriti, welcome.
Hi, thank you. Thank you for inviting me here.
All right. So, Kruti, I would like for you to share a little bit about yourself before we move ahead into the work that you do. Okay. So, how you started? What's your story getting into this numerology and this science?
Okay. So, how I entered here is my own search for, like, my own quest for why things are not working in my life. So, I was a point in my life where I was feeling like something is missing. Like, सब कुछ है but कुछ तो कम है. So, there was something that I was looking for in my life, and I got the answers through numerology. So when I started learning about numerology and when I started implementing it, I found out that there are a few things which are missing, and I feel like it's not complete when you apply numerology alone. So I started to learn why numerology works for some people, why it doesn't work for some people, why some people get very lucky after they change their spellings or anything, why some people they keep doing the rituals and remedies and wearing gemstones but nothing happened in their life. So what was the missing thing? I started studying about that, and I realized that our subconscious mind is powerful enough to make us, work on our chart. Like we might be having different destinies, but the destiny itself is not sufficient. We need to reprogram our subconscious mind for our destiny to truly unlock its own potential. So it's like an experiment on myself and experiment on, not experiment, but yeah, complete study and actual implementation with the people that I've worked with, the people who used to come to me for numerology consultation. So I asked them that I'll be, giving you some techniques, or I'll be talking about your childhood, or I'll be talking about asking you about certain things about yourself. So they also cooperated, and that's how, after studying the date of births of different people, myself, family members, and the clients that used to come for consultation, so I could create something called neuronumerology. It's not even, out there. People don't know what is neuronumerology because I created it myself. It's a combination of numerology and neuroscience. So diagnosis with the help of numerology and remedies with the help of neuroscience. So this is how I created it because of my own requirement, because nothing was available out there.
Mm, interesting. That's what I like. Numerology. So it's not only the numerology, not only the neuroscience, but you are combining it together as a diagnostic tool and then helping them to rewire through the neuroscience. That
Yes.
seems pretty interesting. So tell us more about that. How does how does exactly it works?
Okay. So, what happens in traditional numerology? What we do is just we understand the chart with the date of birth of the person. So, it mostly talk about the personality of the person. So, a large amount or large proportion of numerology is about knowing yourself better. It's more of a psychological tool. But most of the people think of it as a prediction tool. So people used to come to me to ask the questions like, "ये मेरा ये कब होगा, मेरा ये कब होगा," you know. People have certain questions about their own life, and they believe कि prediction जैसी कोई there is some magical thing in astrology, numerology, in occult sciences कि कोई और predict कर सकता है आपका future. But this is a very like I would say it's a myth that people do not know about. They are not predictive sciences, they are behavioral pattern sciences. It helps you identify your personality, your behavior patterns, your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities, and your threats. That the kind of SWOT analysis that we do. These tools are actually those kinds of tools. They are psychometric tools and not predictive sciences. Because we believe that everyone has a free will, and whatever is there in our destiny, you can easily alter it or you can change it because of your efforts and your karma. So there is nothing called a pre-written fate कि next year ऐसे होगा आपकी life में, 10 years में ऐसा होगा. This is just a probability that we talk about. जैसे हमने स्कूल में statistics में पढ़ा था ना कि किसी भी event की होने की probability कितनी होती है. So predictions are just probability, the calculation of probability of happening an event in your life. So if you're looking for a particular answer, key 2026, will I get married in 2026? So this is just a probability of happening that thing or not. It depends on so many things. If you're just sitting idle and not doing anything, you're not looking for someone, you're not talking to someone, you're not dating someone, you're not going to find anyone. So it's a combination of both the things. If I'm putting my 100%, my effort, my hard work, so what is the probability of happening that event after I put that hard work? So that is prediction. That if you're doing particular thing, that is a goal in your mind, and then you can identify what is the possibility, what are the planets that can support your goal or not. If they are planets which are not supporting you, they're not your friendly planets, they are enemy planets, and the whatever the external environment is getting created, but the internal environment, have you worked on it as well? So the combination of both really work wonders. And it's also said that your birth chart is like a pole star. It's like a map for you to navigate this lifetime, because it talks about your past, what you have accumulated in the past. Because of that, you get kind of personality. You are born on a particular day, at a particular time, at a particular place, and you get a particular name for this lifetime. So the numerology and the spiritual sciences, they talk about what lessons you are here to learn in this lifetime. So these are called karmas, the accumulated karmas for your goods and bads and everything. Because of that, you get a particular birth in a particular home. But neuroscience, like once we take the ownership of our life, that yes, this is my destiny. Okay, I know this is my birth chart. I know this is going to happen to me. But now, do I really want to go this way, or मेरे goals कुछ अलग है? If my goals are different from what my destiny is, I can use my own subconscious mind, which is equally powerful, in fact, more powerful than your date of birth, to help you achieve those goals. So once you know that this is my chart, you need to take a decision whether I want to follow the chart only and live my life unconsciously, or I want to take the responsibility of my destiny and I want to do the things that I want to do. And I'm ready to learn and I'm ready to implement the techniques which can help me change my patterns, which can eventually change my destiny. So this is how all of these things work. This is what numerology is, and this is how it works.
Interesting, because I think this is the first time that I have heard a neurologist saying this, that this is not a prediction, like this is something that is going to happen. So
Yes.
basically, based on uh, who you are, if you are living unconsciously, there are chances that it will going to happen. But if you be conscious enough and decided, okay, this is something whether I want it or not, and how I want to make it happen, and if you use it, uh, in your favor to with the tools. Okay, this is a particular outcome that I want to create with the help of neuroscience. Then you uh, can we say that we can change our destiny?
Yes, we can.
Interesting. So Uh, tell me more about how the birth chart, and because I think what I understand a little bit about the birth chart, it is more about the astrological perspective, and the numerology is where the numbers, but connected to your date of birth and other things. So
Yes.
how these two are different? Uh, because there must be a depth in astrology different than what is taught in numerology. So how is it different, and what exactly do you use?
Okay. So, astrology and numerology, if we compare both, so astrology is much deeper, it's much complicated, and to be very honest, most of the people won't be able to do it on their own, the calculations. So, most of the professionals also rely on softwares only because there is so much calculation and it's so complex that only you can read the outcome of the software. Practically manually calculate karna, it's very very difficult. So astrology is more deep, it's more complex, and it's more what do you say, it's more uh, what do you say, it's more predictive in nature. And numerology on the other side is simple, it's easy to use, it's practical in today's world. But it's also you can say it's the conclusion comes the same. Like even if you have taken astrology only, or if you have taken numerology only, ultimately the diagnosis part is something which, it will help you diagnosis at a deeper level in astrology. When it comes to remedies, you will find the same effect in numerology only, even after not doing much deeper, intervention. So when it comes to which planets are getting affected, or like how your life is getting affected by different planets, ultimately the conclusion is just the same. So whether you dig out from that information or you dig out from here, it's almost, I would say, people who want more answers to their question, they're like कि मेरा ये कब होगा वो कब होगा, तो जब प्लानिटरी दैट अलाइनमेंट व्हेन इट हैपेंस कि ट्रांजिट्स जिसको बोलते हैं, in which period that this is going to happen, that is going to happen, the kind of predictions that people do कि अभी वॉर होने वाला है कि नहीं, या फिर अभी जब कोविड आया था तो कुछ लोगों ने प्रेडिक्ट किया था, क्या किसी ने भी प्रेडिक्ट नहीं किया था, बट प्रेडिक्ट होने के बाद में फिर से जब लोगों ने चार्ट असेस किया, देन दे रियलाइज कि अच्छा इस रीजन की वजह से ये हुआ है. So there is something more deeper in astrology, and numerology is more practical and it's more easy to use. But ultimately, the results will be the same. The diagnosis would be the mostly the same, and which planets are getting affected, which areas are getting affected. Basically, in numerology, we take 9 areas of life. So each of the numbers, like numbers from 1 to 9, are uh, basically they are 9 areas of your life. And in astrology, they take 12 houses. There are 12, there is some correlation between them. I do not know much about astrology because I practice numerology only. But I've sensed, ultimately, when it comes to remedies, because diagnosis आप कितना भी depth में कर लो, when it comes to actual results that people get from numerology, so conclusion would be just the same. It's all about which planets are affecting you, so you need to do certain remedies on these planets, and then ultimately the results are actually created by the people themselves, because of their belief, because of their work that they put in, and because some people they follow religiously. Like even I give some remedies to people, they follow it religiously. Some of the people would not do anything even after taking consultation. So taking result out of that conclusion is in people's hand. It can be any of the occult sciences. The method doesn't matter much, the execution matter much more. This is what I believe about these things.
Hmm. And based on people who are taking the who are given the remedies, so remedies would be different for different people based on what they can follow, right? So some people can can follow some remedies, cannot follow, so there must be different remedies also.
Yes, there are different kinds of remedies for almost everything. It also depends on the people. Some people believe in religious rituals. So it depends on the type of person. Some people are very logical, they don't believe in religious rituals. So based on the people, ultimately the belief is working. Ultimately, you're putting effort and that is working. सो रिलीजियस रिचुअल्स जिनको पसंद होती है ना, अगर आप उनको बोलेंगे कि आप ये पूजा करो या आप ये मंत्र का चैंटिंग करो या आप ये जेमस्टोन पहन लो, दे विल फील लाइक ना दिस इज वेरी इफेक्टिव रेमेडी बिकॉज देर इज सम ड्रामा इन इट. Some people believe that if something is big and magnificent, na, that is going to work for me. For some people, it's simply impractical to visit a particular temple on a particular day. Like Saturday को अगर आपको तेल दे के आना है शनि मंदिर में, so they would find very very difficult to go every Saturday. So they will feel like कि नहीं, मैं कुछ ऐसा घर पे ही कुछ कर लूँ, कुछ ऐसा logical और practical हो. So there are things that you can you have to, as a practitioner, you have to look at the person who is in front of you and suggest remedies accordingly. But ultimately everything is about your subconscious mind. अगर आपके subconscious mind ने इसको pick कर लिया that this is going to work for me, even if
Hmm.
they will drink simple water, it's going to work for them. So it's all in our heads basically. So that's why the combination of like neuroscience, the diagnosis part, when people understand, na, yes, हाँ मेरे साथ ऐसे हो रहा है. When I ask them कि are you experiencing this or that? So once they know that yes, this is relating to me, then you will, if you give them any NLP technique also, that is also going to work. Or if you give them some healing tools, that is also going to work. So it depends from person to person. Some people like to do this kind of things. Some people like to do like religious rituals. So it works for them also. So it's all about neuroplasticity, how people if I believe that 100% this thing is going to work for me, it's going to work for me, even if it is nothing, placebo effect.
Hmm. 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 So basically, what you believe in, that gives you strength to work on it, and then it works.
Yes.
So.
What I believe is first acceptance of the destiny. Most of the people they talk about why me, why is this happening to me? So they are very worried about the problems of their life, and these are very genuine problems. So planetary like transits now it really affects people. Like we yesterday we had eclipse, so it might have affected a lot of people on emotional side. So these things they affect us a lot, no doubt about that. Because we are a part of universe only, and whatever is happening in the universe, it's going to affect us anyways. So all the planets, all the external things that happen outside, so these things definitely affect people and creates problems in their lives. किसी के हेल्थ में इशू आएगा, किसी की फाइनेंस में इशू आएगा, किसी के रिलेशनशिप्स में इशू आएगा. So these are symptoms that we have to treat. People believe that ना I am experiencing this problem, so this is only the problem. प्रॉब्लम नहीं है वो सिम्टम है. इट्स शोइंग दैट यू आर नॉट consciously creating your own life. You're not taking ownership of your life. You blame the other people or the circumstances for something happening to you. So acceptance of your destiny and then taking the ownership control of your destiny and then thinking what lessons that I'm supposed to learn. Once you learn the lessons, what are you supposed to be learning through whatever is happening, and then what are your next steps? What are you going to do to change it, or what are you going to do to get the outcome that you desire? So this is like a four-step process that I follow. So it's different from traditional practicing, but it's more like it happens in one-on-one calls with when we talk to people now they only in the language shows up. Everything shows up in that language only, because we like words create our world now. So whatever is happening in the external world, we all can see that. Whatever is happening in the internal world of a person now, we cannot see that. Only that person can tell us what are they experiencing. So once we know what are they experiencing inside because of the external anything happening outside, internally what are they feeling, we just have to work on the internal thing, then automatically the external thing starts to shift. It's not very quick process. It takes a lot of time to diagnosis, and it takes a lot of time to actually implement. But it gives you kind of freedom that whatever is happening, you can be fearless about anything happening from the outside world. So this is how it works.
Hmm. One question that I was thinking when you were the previous question that you were talking answering about, that some for some people it works and some people it doesn't work. So what's the missing link? So what we were discussing about the changing of the subconscious patterns and working on that level,
Yes.
and then the change happening. And some people who are using the traditional remedies like going to a temple or just practicing the mantras or wearing some kind of gems or something like that, right? So or other kind of traditional things. So how does that changes the subconscious pattern? Does that changes the subconscious pattern, or how that exactly create the change then?
Okay. So our subconscious is a very innocent kind of person. You can say it's a friend of yours, which is very innocent and it understands, but it's very powerful at least. Like it's more powerful than our conscious mind, but it's very innocent. It doesn't know the difference between good, bad, right, wrong. It doesn't understand the difference between what is true or what is false. So anything which is it completely works on fiction also. So if you believe that this is going to work for me and your subconscious mind has accepted it 100%, so it's going to work for them. But if you have doubt, if you have fear, if you have stress related to that, if you have anxiety, then it's not going to come true. So uh, it depends, yes, ki how much friendly you are with your subconscious mind. How do you trust your subconscious mind? And for the people, most of the people they don't even know about it. So being aware is the first step when you see that I want to create a better life for myself. I want to achieve this particular goal for myself. So whatever our goals are, just when we start being friendly and being aware or conscious with our subconscious mind that yes, my subconscious mind is more powerful than whatever actually is happening out there. So why not, even if it's a lie, why not to tell him? So even if it's a story, it's a fiction, but if it works for you, why not to use it?
Okay, so does that happen that you use a particular traditional remedy and it, because you believe in it, it works for you, but the pattern keep repeating because you have not actually worked on the lesson itself. So
Yes.
uh, even after using some remedies, you still need to work on the lessons.
Yes. See, remedies or rituals are one part. By repeating, like our subconscious mind learns through repetition.
Right.
So whatever is repeating, like if we do something on repeat, first time we do it very consciously, second time we know something about it, third time, fourth time, by the time we have repeated it quite a number of times, we do it on autopilot. Anything, whether it's driving, whether it's cooking, whether it's anything. So our subconscious learns through repetition. We don't think twice before doing something which we have been doing since years. सो लाइक ऑटोमेटिकली जब हम सुबह उठते हैं अपने आप हम ब्रश करने चले जाते हैं. सो दैट ब्रशिंग इज सो इनबिल्ट इन आवर सिस्टम दैट बिकॉज वी हैव डूइंग दिस थिंग रिपीटेडली फॉर so many years. That's the same with subconscious mind and remedies also. Remedies are nothing but some rituals that makes you understand that this particular thing I'm learning. So you make your subconscious mind aware. For example, if there are certain rituals, like we had full moon yesterday, so the full moon and new moon rituals that we do, or any traditional rituals that we do now, it has certain psychological effect to it. Like even when we were celebrating Holi in our society, that thing came to me only because why it is celebrated on that particular day only, why Holi is celebrated on Purnima of Fag Mahina. So because on Purnima we release whatever is not serving us, and the best way to release is to burn the things away, or even fire has a kind of cleansing effect on our aura, that when we walk around it, our aura cleanses. So fire is such a powerful tool, and when people gather together it creates an effect, the community effect it's created is something gets shifted in the whole consciousness of the people around us. And the best day to do, to release everything, negative emotion, negative thing, any obstacles, anything from your life, is on Purnima. So we do it on every Purnima, that we release all of the things that are not serving us. And particularly this month's Purnima was, this is the year end. The new year starts in Chaitra. So this is the
Hmm.
last Purnima of the year, because we are entering a new year. So we have to release everything which is not serving us. And that's why these religious rituals have been created in Indian culture, because people do it out of rituals, people do it out of festivities, but actually there is science behind it. So it's such beautiful culture that Indians have created in the form of festivals. All the festivals are a kind of, we practice them as rituals, but they are very scientific, and it actually works for your subconscious mind. It actually works for, helping you live a better life. All the festivals do that. So
Hmm.
yes, it's we cannot take it separately. Just we don't know about it. Everything is inbuilt in our culture. It's just we do it out of rituals, or we do it out of like some activities that we do on festivals. But all of these things are actually psychological tools to rewire our subconscious mind. That we have let go of everything, all the negativity yesterday, and now after 15 days we'll be entering a new year. So this
Hmm.
is how beautifully our culture works.
Hmm. Hmm. So, someone who is not aware about this, like what, even though they are following it, the rituals and the things, just because they are doing it, it will still work for them.
Yes, you need not know anything, not technical things that we do not know technicalities of many things now, like mobile that we are using, the laptop we are using. We do not know much about what is happening inside. How is internet working? How is the AI working? The back end is
Hmm.
not our job. We only use
Hmm.
it from the front end. The same
Hmm.
way it works for these things also. It's just the same.
Hmm. Hmm.
Even if you know about it or not, it's going to work for you.
Interesting. I was wondering about this, and it's the question I still have, and I keep thinking about it. How much of free will that we have?
Okay.
So, what do
We,
you think about it?
we cannot say for sure like how much of, because we don't have the tools to actually calculate that how much of free will that we can practice. It depends on the people, it depends on circumstances, it depends on different ages of their life. Like the first few years of our life we are on autopilot, we are kids, and after the age of 2025 our life path gets activated, our life path number. When it gets activated, something happens in our life, and we feel like taking some steps or some action in our life. So for some people it might be 24, some people it might be 28. For some people who have lost their 20s, they will get some awakening in their 30s. So in once in every few years, it's a cycle of 9 years. So once in every 9 years, there come 1 year which is completely dedicated to new beginnings and new chapters. Whenever your personal year one comes, so how do we calculate our personal year? It's our date of birth, it's our month of birth, plus that particular year. For example, today, this year is 2026. So you take your date of birth, then you take your month of birth, and then you add 2026. So that is your
Hmm.
personal year. So your personal year, whenever it's one, that year you have the chance to like what do you say, to leave everything behind and start a new life, a new chapter in your life. So once in every 9 years, this cycle comes when you can take the ownership of your life. When people are aware about it, something happens to their consciousness automatically. It's like, when you're working towards something, universe gives you the signals in the form of, some opportunities, some obstacles also. Even if somebody is experiencing some obstacles now, that might be a sign that it's not for you, or you need to change your plans, or you need to wait, or you need to try it again later. So it's very beautiful that we just have to take ownership of our life, that we are the conscious creators of our life, but still we need to surrender it to God or universe, that I am ready to be a vehicle through which you can do your work. So let me, you guide me what I'm supposed to do, what I'm going to be doing here in this lifetime. So once we have this surrender to God, but also we have the ownership, 100% ownership of our life, that yes, whatever comes in my way, I'm ready to face it. So that is nothing but free will only. We are ready to do anything for the goals that we want to achieve. But at the same time, we are not like I am the whole and soul. It's not, it doesn't work like that. Without surrendering it to the God or universe or any higher power that you believe in,
Hmm.
the combination of both work wonders. It might feel like, it's very contradicting as well. एक बार तो हम बोल रहे हैं कि we are the conscious creators, हम ही सब कुछ है, and then
Hmm.
we are asking ourselves to surrender. So that is a contradiction in itself. But still, I don't know, how, but I have experienced it so many times that I have created particular goals and I couldn't achieve it. And you will try so hard to achieve it, but something will happen. Obstacles, they come. You won't even know that, why the simplest of the thing it's not working for me. But once you know that there was some lesson in it, or there was some test that you do your 100%. That's it. And once you do your 100% in any particular work, you just surrender. So once the combination of masculine and feminine that we say now, everything in universe is created by two things, male and female. So this is how everything creates, like gets created or it exists. You do your 100%, that is your masculine energy doing it. Then you surrender. That I've done my thing. Now I've ordered it to the universe. Universe will give it back to me.
Hmm.
So this combination of perfect combination of masculine and feminine, this is what is actually taking the ownership and surrender,
Hmm. So we can call it a co-creation.
co-creation. Yes.
Nice. Okay, so moving to we have discussed about the astrological, numerological part, and some part about the subconscious and the learnings that we need to learn, or the programming, how we do it. But how do the neuroscience part that you use with your clients, what are some modalities or techniques that you use that can help apart from the numerology and the remedies and the rituals? What numerological tools and techniques and science that you used for your clients to work on their patterns?
So first, from numerology, I use Losho grid. I use core numbers that are personality numbers, our life path numbers, our soul urge number, our core numbers. So basically, there are six main numbers in numerology: your spelling, your house number, your mobile number, these things, your colors, everything. Then we study the cycles. Uh, what are the cycles in your life? Uh, then we study the personal year. Every year brings something new. So it's a complete, say, the traditional numerology जो है, I practice the whole traditional numerology. Along with that, I add inner child healing because most of our patterns are coming from our childhood. So diagnosis of our patterns is something which can be done through inner child healing. Once you understand your patterns and once you heal them, then we need NLP techniques because we have to now rewire. The diagnostic part is over. We know our patterns, we know our tendencies, we know our emotions, how do we behave in particular situations, how do we respond or react or freeze or flight. So once we have all the data, then we use NLP techniques. And along with NLP techniques, life coaching is something because most of the times people do not know about themselves. So life coaching is an art of asking questions in the right way so that the people speak, when they speak in that language only we will be able to identify the patterns, because patterns are not real now, we cannot see them. So there are so many patterns, like there can be thousands of patterns, running on autopilot in our subconscious mind. एंड हमारी पूरी लाइफ टाइम में चली जाएगी तो भी हम सारे पैटर्न्स को कभी डायग्नोसिस या रिपेयर नहीं कर पाएंगे, लाइक रिवायर नहीं कर पाएंगे. सो व्हाट्स इम्पॉर्टेंट इज अंडरस्टैंडिंग अ फ्यू पैटर्न्स. Even we get to understand a few patterns, 4 5 patterns, maximum 10 patterns. Even if these patterns are rewired now, people feel a lot of transformation in their life. So we have a few patterns which keeps repeating again and again and again, and only a few things, they will be very hard for a person to experience. So if we remove the pain from those experiences, automatically, their subconscious mind starts to adopt the new things because now their brain is free of that pain. When we are in pain now, we cannot think of something else.
Mm.
Even physically, if we are not well, then our work, everything gets affected because हमारा ध्यान उस पेन पे ही रहता है पूरे टाइम. Once our mind is away from that pain, then only we can work on creating something new. So healing is something that helps you recover from the pain or the wounds that you had in your past, which still affects you. Like those wounds would keep coming back in your life again and again and again in the form of different situations. The external situations might be different, but you will experience a similar kind of pain again and again. So that's why inner child healing, once you heal yourself, at least a few major patterns or major incidents of your life that were very painful for you, when you heal from those patterns or those events of your life, then only you will be able to rewire your subconscious mind. So the blend of numerology, the traditional everything, the pattern, whatever we study in numerology is the core numbers, the personality numbers, the life path numbers. So uh, it will numerology will tell what will happen. Like this is how your life is going to be. It's like the story of your life written already. But now, because of those incidents that happened in the past, now with the help of inner child healing, you are ready to heal from those pain. And now with the help of NLP and life coaching, you can actually rewire everything. Like you have to alter what you want for yourself rather than being a victim of the past always. So this is how the whole blend goes, and it's very contextual. It depends from it's very personalized actually. So there is no particular technique or remedy or which works for someone. Everything comes during the process of when people talk about their life, when they share their life stories, then we can see what's happening in their internal, like the reality that has been created inside. You might be knowing this already, that whatever happens in the external world doesn't get registered the same for everyone. So if you have gone to watch a movie, and that the same movie has been getting
Hmm.
watched by so many people in the theater, मतलब एक ही थिएटर में बैठ के 200-300 लोग अगर एक मूवी देख रहे हैं, तो हर किसी का एक्सपीरियंस अलग होता है, बिकॉज मूवी तो सेम होती है, थिएटर भी वही है, एक्टर्स एक्ट्रेस वही है, स्क्रिप्ट वही है, स्टोरी वही है, बट हर किसी का एक्सपीरियंस क्यों अलग होता है? बिकॉज वी यूज फिल्टर्स टू क्रिएट आवर ओन रियलिटी। बाहर जो हो रहा है ऐसा क्या, ऐसा हम अंदर रजिस्टर नहीं करते हैं। दिस इज हाउ ह्यूमन ब्रेन आर, लाइक ह्यूमन माइंड इज। सो दिस इज हाउ रियलिटी, इंटरनल रियलिटी जब तक हमें किसी की समझ नहीं आती ना, तब तक वी कैन नॉट चेंज एनीथिंग अबाउट द पर्सन, कैन नॉट चेंज
Hmm.
एनीथिंग अबाउट themselves until and unless they understand their programming and what's happening in their inner world.
Hmm. Wow. So basically, your work revolves around first understanding the patterns through the numerology. Also, use some part of the numerology as a uh,
More like a diagnostic tool, also to understand what can be the reason. Like, we all are human beings here, and it is said that human life is not very easily available for everyone. You know, you have done something good in your past lives, because of which you have got a human life. So human life, it might be a fictional story, but it's very interesting. Some people say कि ना हम कोई तो मिशन लेके आते हैं, that is our life purpose. So for
hmm,
some people, the mission might be that I have to, in my previous lives, I have been very controlled and dominated by other people. For this lifetime, I want to experience power. So my journey would be to unlock my power. For some people, it might be that I have misused my power and I've misused the money that I got. So इस लाइफ टाइम में मेरा जर्नी क्या रहेगा? I would learn the importance of money. I would learn the importance of, being not using my power for anything bad. So there might be n number of things that we can decide before we come here, and whatever might be the purpose of our life, there is always a higher purpose in our life. So our job is just to learn the lessons, and we do it along the way. And different people come in our life, different situations come in our life in the form of different challenges. तो कुछ लोग बोलते हैं कि मेरी लाइफ में प्रॉब्लम्स खत्म ही नहीं होती है, एक प्रॉब्लम खत्म होती है दूसरी आ जाती है. सो दैट इज द रीजन वी हैव नॉट लर्न आर लेसन. वंस यू लर्न योर लेसन, once you know that okay, this is just a challenge that has come in my way to help me realize कि मैं I've forgotten that that was my lesson to be learned. यहाँ पे आके हम मजे से रहना स्टार्ट कर देते हैं ना. वी ऑल वांट टू एंजॉय आवर लाइव्स, बट
hmm,
human life cost you something. It has been given to you only because you have promised कि मैं वहाँ जाके ये करने वाला हूँ, वो करने वाला हूँ. So, हम बहुत बड़ी बड़ी बातें करके आए हैं, हमने अपने गोल बड़े बड़े बना के रखे हैं. जिसकी लाइफ में जितनी ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लम है ना, they need to understand कि what are we forgetting. It's not consciously available to us ना. Even if we spend a whole lifetime searching कि मेरा लाइफ का पर्पस क्या है, we won't be able to find it. ओनली थ्रू द challenges that come in our life ना. अगर वो चैलेंज सॉल्व नहीं हो रहा है, रिपीटेडली बार बार आ रहा है, दैट मीन्स कुछ तो है जो आपको लेसन, यू आर मिसिंग सम लेसन. किसी की लाइफ में
hmm,
अगर फाइनेंशियल फ्रॉड्स होते जा रहे हैं, तो दे माइट नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड कि उनको ट्रस्ट नहीं करना है अदर पीपल को. देर कैन बी एन नंबर ऑफ थिंग्स. अगर किसी के लाइफ में कोई मेजर एक्सीडेंट हुआ है, दे माइट रियलाइज कि there was one of my clients who had a major accident in their life, and after that उनका restaurant बंद हुआ. After that something happened to, financially to them, and that these things are the symptoms. ये हमको symptoms बताते हैं, they are not actual problems. हम इनको problem समझ लेते हैं actually, but these are not real problems. These are actually the symptoms कि हमको इनको treat करना है. What are the patterns that are keep, like कोई patterns पे ही आ जाता है कि कौन से patterns हमने repeat किए हैं, ये पहले भी अगर हो चुका है, अभी फिर से हो रहा है. What are you experiencing? What are your emotions? What are the things that you have not worked on yourself? सो वंस
mm,
वर्क ऑन योर ओन सेल्फ ना, एक्सटर्नल चीज़ें अपने आप चेंज हो जाती है। उसको टाइम लगता है पता करने में, इट्स नॉट वेरी इजी। एंड ऑल्सो व्हेन यू आर वेरी गोइंग थ्रू समथिंग, तो इट्स नॉट वेरी पॉसिबल फॉर एवरीवन दैट when we are in pain, when we are in suffering, it's not possible. But once you feel like, जैसे अवेयरनेस आती है कि क्यों, always keep asking yourself why is this happening, why is this happening. So कोई ना कोई हमारे पैटर्न निकल के आता है, और once even if
mm,
you're aware of the pattern ना, तभी चीज़ें सॉल्व होने लग जाती है। इट्स नॉट नेसेसरी दैट आप उसको हर बार रिजॉल्व कर पाओगे खुद से, बट इवन इफ यू आर अवेयर कि यहाँ यहाँ पे मेरा कौन सा पैटर्न है, इवन इफ यू आर इनटू दैट इंट्रोस्पेक्शन ऑल्सो, द थिंग्स विल स्टार्ट टू मूव ऑन फॉर यू।
mm. And this is very interesting when you shared about why is this happening to me. So this question itself we should ask from the place of curiosity and not from the victimhood.
Yes.
Like, why is this happening to me? That's a victimhood. But if we are actually curious to learn, to know why is this happening, is there some role that I am playing because of which this is repeating? So if we ask this from the place of curiosity, then only you will be able to find your answer.
Yes, attachment and detachment. Like if I am asking myself from the victim point of view, so I will be having certain emotions with it. So
Hmm.
if something has happened to me and I'm asking myself, why is this happening to me? And I'm feeling sad, I'm feeling hurt, I'm feeling resented, I'm feeling so many things, and I'm then speaking about it, then I'm attached
Hmm.
with it. So that way I would never be able to find out a solution because I'm too much engrossed in my own pain that I cannot see beyond it. Once
Hmm.
I detach myself from the emotions, okay, I'm experiencing sadness, okay, I'm experiencing hurt, okay, I'm wounded right now, okay, but now I keep it at a distance. I've detached myself from it, and now I'm thinking that what can be the reason behind it. So the all the difference is attachment and detachment. Our
Hmm.
emotions are like we take our emotions very seriously, but our emotions fool us all the time. It's just a state that we are in, and beyond that state, we cannot see anything. So
Hmm.
that's why emotions can be your best friends as well as your worst enemies. So हमारे enemies बाहर नहीं है, हमारे enemies हमारे खुद के emotions ही है. They don't let us see beyond the challenges, और इसलिए हम बहुत ज़्यादा suffer करते हैं. The event जो भी हो रहा है in external world, that is not avoidable, but whatever we are suffering from, the suffering is optional. So once we detach ourselves from the emotions, whatever situation में जो भी emotion है उससे अगर हम दूर होके नहीं सोचेंगे, then we would never be able to see beyond those emotions.
Hmm. Wow, Kruti, I really enjoyed this conversation, and there is so much to talk about and discuss about because I'm getting so many questions. Maybe we will do a very long podcast later. We have already covered it. It's been almost an hour that we are having this discussion. Thank you so much for joining. Anything that you want to share with our audience who is listening and they are going through some challenges and they want to move out of it? Anything that you want to share, a perspective or anything?
Yes. So anyone who is watching this, I would like to not advise you because see, first of all, advices don't work, and whenever you are in a situation, now it's very easy to talk about things. Like if I'm not experiencing something, then it would be easy for me to talk about it. But when I'm actually in the situation, it's uh, we all are human beings, and we are going to be, hypnotized by our emotions. So take your time, be gentle with yourself, but come out of it. It doesn't mean that if you are suffering, if you are experiencing any challenge, you can come out of it immediately. Take your time, be there, process that, grieve if you want to, be sad if you want to, but give yourself a timeline that within 2 days I will come back again as a warrior. Whatever I have to experience, the sadness, everything, whatever I'm experiencing, it's fine. Even I want to process and release it. So don't rush these things. Don't rush any challenge that has come your way. Don't rush your process your emotions properly. Learn to process your emotions and release it rather than being in them all the time. Take a timeline, give yourself 2 days to come out of it, and once you're out of it, you don't have to look back to it. So always have a timeline कि ये challenge ये मुझे हुआ है, I am experiencing this. The challenge might not be overcome by you in 2 days, but your emotions you will be able to process and release in 2 days. So always have a 2 day rule or 2 hours rule. If you are, something is very urgent, give yourself a deadline that this is the limit through which everyone likes to be the victim whenever something happens to them. We like to talk about our problems. We like to, crib, because this is what human beings are designed to be like. Until and unless you talk about it, you don't crib about it, nobody's going to pay you any attention. And attention is our primary need. It's how we survive as human beings. So just uh, decide for yourself how much time do you need. But once you have hit that timeline, you have to get back again as a warrior. This is what I wanted to
Hmm.
tell everyone.
Exactly. So it's not about suppressing your emotions because that's anyway not going to help you. First, understand, process it, and because every emotion had some lesson that you need to learn. The emotions are there because you need to. They are there because there is some message that you need to learn.
Yes.
So
Or it
process it
might be,
and
or it might be a wound that is coming from your
hmm,
past. So
hmm,
it's some hurt that you have not processed and released. So it might
hmm.
be coming in the form of some other people.
Exactly. And as you process the emotions, then move into your logic and then start looking for the solutions rather than just staying always in the victimhood.
Yes.
Having that clarity, okay, this is what it is, and now what's next?
Yes.
So start looking for that. Uh, because eventually that's the only way you will able to reach to the solution that you need.
Yes. Once you remove your emotions out of it, and once you feel like I did my 100%, but still it's not happening, then surrender. Then surrender to the any higher power that you believe in. That I did my job. Now it's your job to make it happen. So this is what I do normally. So this was a piece of advice that I wanted to give.
All right. Thank you so much, Kruti, for joining. And thank you so much, everyone who you are listening. If you are joining us live, then let me know in the comment hashtag live. If you are watching this on replay, then also comment hashtag replay. And with this, we are taking your leave today. And I will see you next Wednesday with another guest. Till then, bye. Take care. Have a good evening.